to overreact, but Twitter going down right now is the worst possible timing because I got to crank this video out. I only got like 3 takes in, so I'm going to fill in the rest of that. But literally like this is what I'm seeing right now when I try to like load up Twitter. So unfortunately, I can't do much. And the worst part is Captain Flowers even gave me permission to use all his replies as he's going at salty K-Corp and French fans. And I can't use a single one of them because I can't load them. It's the worst possible timeline for everybody but North American fans because we are the fucking greatest region in this world and I don't want to hear otherwise. Driftman said, I don't want to overreact, but people that said LTA level was dog shit because 100 Thieves made it to finals can go suck it and support the dog shit LEC already. I love it. Bro, you got your cheeks clapped by the 4th best jungler in North America. Yes, obviously TL is the best team, but it is universally agreed upon that Umti had like the worst performance of all of them going into this tournament, and Yike got clapped. Yike ran it down. Part of that was because TL played incredibly well, other than Game 2. Game 2 was a smash for K-Corp. We ain't going to talk about that one. The Aurelion Soul pick did not work out all that well. But besides that, yeah, Kalist, that hyped rookie, bro, Yana's the best ADC in the West. You cannot tell me otherwise. My dude was on point the entire series. Whenever you need to put him on a Lucian for a Lucian Nami game to straight up win through bot lane, guess what? He did. He can actually play Lucian Nami, something that the West hasn't historically been able to do, which is wild. Healy said, I don't want to overreact, but I think the bottom 2 teams competing for an out aren't K-Corp and CFO. It's Top Esports and CFO. Oh dear God. Look, through one series, I'm already willing to say Hama Life ain't gonna drop a single best of 3 or best of 5 this entire event. They're not going to lose any of the group stage, and I highly doubt that they do anything other than win this tournament. So I'm not willing to say anything against TES yet. I will talk shit a little bit early saying if TL plays the way they did against K-Corp, not Game 2, and Top Esports played how they did against Hama Life, that's winnable for the West. And we play Top Esports tomorrow. Should be a good one, but I don't think it's Top and CFO competing for now, unless like we're talking Top like 2022 who can still lose to like the worst teams in their group, granted due to a fluke because of that whole was it Maul bug back in 2022, the GAM game where the Karth Assault still went off and still killed. I think it was Lucian at the time. Yeah, I didn't just forget about that. Jackie Love. I did not. But I don't know if I'm willing, like even like putting like North America versus China in there, I don't know if I'm willing to put K-Corp over Top. That feels like a stretch, like a real stretch just to piss off the K-Corp fans. But I respect it. I respect the hustle and the take. All right, now it doesn't look like it's fully working. Watch, it'll come back up and you'll be able to see the tweets as normal on the side here as I edit this, but not while I record. Because of course. All right, time to add in my own. I don't want to overreact, but that overlay is tragically bad. I like the initial concept of it. I like the idea and what they were going for at first and like trying to make the score bug interesting. Fine. My problem is when we're directly comparing it to the new LTA one, which I think is like pure perfection, this one is not great at all. But rather than just be critical of it, I do want to offer constructive criticism because I know the designer of it and the developer of it was in like a Reddit thread whenever it was announced, like asking people for feedback. So here's my 3 things that you need to change. 1, there should be no point and time ever where I have to wait for information to be cycled onto the screen. Whenever it comes to like information related to the current game, it should never be part of a ticker or something that rotates at all. Ads, sure, those can rotate. Scores of other games like the NFL and MLB use at the bottom and like news feeds, sure, you can rotate those through because they're not related to what is currently on the screen being watched. When I'm watching a game, I should not have to wait to see who's got feats, who is currently up in objectives. Like none of that should ever be something that I wait for as a viewer. It should automatically be there. Speaking of hard to decipher, it is very, very, very difficult to understand where the current state of the game is at. Not just like from looking at goal differential and it being in a different spot than what we're used to in the top left. I'm talking about the CS difference between players. It is so hard to figure out that math on your own because you can't see them within the same, like, without like looking back and forth. So you're trying to do math with 2 numbers that you're trying to remember in your head when you're looking back and forth. The icons between ult, flash, and everything else get really confusing alongside the items after that as well. It just feels like there's too much, almost, I think Cadril said it, it's like too much useless information that's just like, oh, this would be nice to see, but it's not actually nice to know. We don't need to know like every single item being that big, nor like their health being like that obvious. We can see that on the screen when we're watching fights. I'm not looking down at the bar below to see an extra indicator of where somebody's health is beyond just like a quick glance to see if it's green, yellow, or red. And third, I gotta give it to Cadril for being like the overreactor on this, but I love it. Like, you gotta make it so that co-streamers can put their camera in one spot and not have to move it 24/7, because dear God, was it hilarious to watch Cadril freaking out as he was trying to figure out where his camera needed to be on screen, but he just could not for the life of him get it to work. I'll use Reddit for this particular overreaction, but oh my God, that trailer, bro. The worst part is like the V-roll shots were clean. Like, it was cool to see like I forget which team was getting out of a car. It was kind of nice. Like, it was clearly like everybody arriving to the tournament, but whoever wrote those voiceover lines and whoever performed those voiceover lines, because let's take that Core JJ one, was gross. Like, I sat there and I immediately paused, and it's like, oh, I'm not watching the rest of this. And I didn't finish the trailer at all, because I'm just sitting there like, this is the most generic thing I've ever heard in my life by somebody that's not even Core JJ, and it broke the illusion. Hey, look, we've always known that the players don't write these lines whenever these trailers happen. It's like professional writers that do it. But this broke that illusion so hard and shattered the glass in a way that I was not anticipating. And it was bad. It felt like, it once again kind of feels like Riot, like, while they're, I don't even know. I don't want to say they're not taking this tournament seriously, because we got a whole new overlay. So it's not like they're trying in that aspect. But it's like, what are we doing here? If you want to make this event part of the international circuit and put it on par with MSI and Worlds, you need to make sure the trailers are on par with that. And you failed spectacularly on that front. Hold up, the lights are back on Twitter. So let's read a few of these, because Captain Flowers pissed off the French fans. One said, I hope you will fucking kick it. C-word, I ain't saying that out loud. Oh man, do you kiss your mother with a mouth? I hope your baguette this morning's a little bit soggy. I hope you go to like take it out of the bag and accidentally drop it on the streets of Paris, and it falls in that like shitty rain that's sitting on the ground. Yeah, enjoy that baguette this morning. I hope it falls apart in your mouth in the most disgusting way possible. Just saying. The other one said, Baise ta mera la pute, which translates to fuck your mother, the whore. Well, we can tell who definitely doesn't have a mom in this situation, that's for sure. Probably no parent in sight, for being completely honest. Imagine going on social media thinking that you can just say that shit to a dude who's going to be casting one of your series upcoming too. You're just going to be looking at the screen every time, hearing Flowers' voice, and just getting angrier and angrier and angrier by the moment, thinking like, man, this guy made me upset. How did he get to cast our series? I don't want him talking about this. Granted, you probably barely understand English, but if you're replying to this week, you might, so you'll probably just be watching the French stream. So I hope, my greatest thing would be if Captain Flowers makes a guest appearance on the French stream of the LoL Esports broadcast just for a single minute during a K-Corp game, just to rub it in those fans' face. Like, really press the salt in the wound, because man, would it be glorious. There were so many people that were talking shit prior to this series, saying that, oh, Europe is still better than North America. G2 never played any of our top teams. Well, guess what? Our number one teams within both regions now just played each other, and it was not even close. So when European fans, are you finally going to accept that yes, North America is just better right now? You might have the more entertaining and technically competitive region from a global perspective in terms of viewers and your tier 2 feeding up to tier 1. I ain't going to disagree with any of that. But just remember, the second we step foot on that international stage, I don't make the rules. You become our bitch. Now, that's enough for the overreactions today. We enter the real part of the tournament coming up, the East versus the West. Am I hopeful that Team Liquid can take a series off at top? Yeah, I think top is our best chance. I don't think we're beating Humble Life. But if Yon keeps playing the way he does now, he can beat Jackie Love, and it's just a matter of everybody else stepping up. If Humpty play, well, I'm not expecting I'm not expecting Kanavi to run it down like Yike did today, that's for certain. But I legitimately do think that TL has a chance tonight. Will I be staying up to watch it? No, I already woke up this morning at 4:35 because Luna wanted up on the bed, so I decided to watch the end of game 1 My mistake. Then woke up again at 6:30, I think, or like 6-ish, because adrenaline was pumping through my veins, and I decided to pull up the stream and watch the end of Game 3. So I technically watched the end of both of our wins live, and I'm paying the price for it today because I'm beyond tired. So that's what watching on the East Coast time zone for a tournament in Korea is like. Fun. Thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave your best insult against the French that you can possibly think of. There's too many Hamilton quotes for me to really sift through right now. Kind of in a brain fog because of the tiredness. But be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you on Wednesday when we will talk about the first 2 games so far and where the tournament currently stands. See ya.